Hi there, this is Peggie Arvidson. I am the Awaken Your Soul Guide, and I use the unique fingerprint or map that's in your hand to help you create your message and get it out to the world. My goal is to see every writer, every servicepreneur, every healer be able to live their purpose every single day, getting their message out into the world, changing the world, and getting paid handsomely for it. So, one of the tools that I do use, so you can get an idea of how this works, it's not magic, it's not predictive. My job is not to tell you the future. My job is to let you lead your life for your best future. It's not mysterious at all. I love to do these mini readings, and I put them up on Facebook and YouTube, as I'm sure is one of the two places you're watching these videos. So today I am reading the hand of Erin Gunsinger. She was kind enough to send me a scan, nice color scan, of her dominant hand. Oops, here we go. And we are going to do a quick review of her hand here for you all to see. So hopefully we can take some of the mystery out of what a hand analyst does. Again, if you want your hand read, you can find out more information on intuitiveevolution.com. That's www.intuitiveevolution.com. My name is Peggie Arvidson, and you can email me at peggie@peggiearvidson.com. So one of the key things that I wanted to talk about is how earthy Erin is. She has a really earthy hand. She tells me that she's really literally of the earth. She likes to take her time before making major decisions. I don't think that, Erin, you're a person who jumps willy-nilly into things, and you weigh your options before you make big changes. So you're not necessarily the first person to ask questions when you're in a group. You'd rather spend your time thinking about what you've learned, absorbing the information, and letting it sift through your consciousness before asking questions. Now, some people may underestimate you. They may think that they may underestimate you really because of this thoughtful nature. In this day and age, speed is king, and those who take their time are often undervalued. So don't let that deter you. Live up to your great earthy nature. Now, it appears that you're in the midst of transitioning. Anytime anyone makes changes in their life, even when it's in your best interest, there's definitely a sense of some pain. We have to mourn the loss. We have to say goodbye to whatever it is that we are transitioning away from, even if we are going to something that's absolutely fabulous, right? The old ways may not fit, and you may be working very hard to move into a new and better place. But give yourself permission to own the process. Don't try and rush through it. I don't know that you will rush through it, as we said, with the earthy hand that you have. But trust yourself, and trust that you are making decisions that are wise and beneficial for you. Accept the goodbye and let it be clean and painless, or as painless as possible. The question at hand, no pun intended, is whether this is what you want to do or what you believe you should do. There's always a fine line between I'm doing this because it's the best thing for me, or I'm doing this because everybody else is telling me I should do it. You may have told yourself that you should, and now you're following through, you're soldiering through, you're pushing that boulder up the hill. But what if you've gone through this a lot before, what I want you to do is trust that what you're doing, do what your heart and your soul calls you for, and move forward in peace with the decision. But if you're still not sure, it's okay to ask yourself the question whether these are your ideas, your decisions, or someone else's. Now, the question may result from your desire to know, what will it look like? What is it going to look like? I'm afraid to make these decisions, or I'm staying here, or I've made this choice, or I'm starting to transition because I'm afraid I don't know what the outcome is. I don't know what it's going to look like. You've made this decision. You may be making this decision because you believe it's important to move ahead, but you're not sure how you're going to make it work. Wow, isn't that a scary place that we've all been in before? There might be worry about money and about the way you make money looking right in the public eye. Now, this is something I can obviously relate to. It's hard to go from a corporate career and then a successful entrepreneur to someone who as some people not so kindly say. So you read hands? You know, how do you do that? How do you make a living do that? So it's very, you have to be brave in order to do what it is you feel called to do. But trust your heart, trust your soul, and it will all work out. Easy for me to say, right? But the public eye is never as, it's not as strong upon us as we might think. Most people are really worried and concentrating on themselves getting their own message out and how it looks, you know, in their life. So you have also, I see a really strong sense of independence. I see that the way your pinky is sort of stepped away from the rest of your hand. And this gives you the opportunity to move forward and into your right purpose versus looking at your independence as a protective mechanism or a way of keeping yourself playing small and staying in the corner. So, you know, there are obviously ways that you can put your independence to work through this transition. Finding that fine line, fine-tuning it, what works for you in terms of making the decision versus what you're afraid or you think other people may think about you in the process. Those are the keys that are up to you, Erin. It's good to want it to look good in the final analysis, but make sure that the looking good isn't at the expense of how you feel and what your heart says. Erin, thank you for sharing your hand with me today. Again, I am Peggie Arvidson. I am the Awaken Your Soul coach, and I can be found at www.intuitiveevolution.com. My name is Peggie, Peggie, and you can email me at Peggie@PeggieArvidson.com. Thank you.